What's up, Cody? What's up, Hunter? I've been talking for like the past 30 seconds. I forgot I was muted. Hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully this is gonna work. So I actually have 2 streams going right now, both on YouTube. One is through YouTube Shorts, and then the other one's just a regular stream. Hopefully this works. Okay, everything seems good. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Let me check. I'm sorry, bear with me. I'm just checking to make sure both streams are still live. Everything's still good. Let's see, you having a good day? I'm having a great day. How are you? Hopefully your day's going as well as mine. Okay, so I got 2 streams going. Horizontal one's good. Everything's good. Let's see, and the shorts is working. Let's see. Okay, so everything is good. Now, if I can get chat on my screen, give me uno. How do they say momento? Bear with me. Bear with me. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Sorry, a client just texted me. Okay, now, let's see. You can't keep up. Well, here's the thing, Lloyd, I'm glad you said that. The chat thing that I was talking about that puts everything on one screen, it combines those 2 chats together. I just need to get them both on the same screen. So, just bear with me. Hold up. It says it's on screen, but I'm not seeing it. So clearly I have messed something up. While we're doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and do downloadable content since we're already here. Go ahead and update this. Okay, that's updated. Let's go. What is latest? Manure crane? What is that? Interesting. Rainwater and snow harvesting pit. Sugar beet pack. Uh-oh. This sounds like something I would... Oh, nope, nope, nope. It is interesting, but not something I would necessarily use. Okay. Before we get started, let me see if I can... Actually, here. I'll go ahead and get Nathan up and running. Again, hope everybody's doing well. Again, just bear with me just a little bit. Go ahead and get that up and running. Okay, so it shows it's up. I just need to get this to work. Oh boy. Why is it not showing up? I did this. We have that setting going. That's good. So when I hit this, should work. That's live. That's going. Oh, that was dumb on me. I think I know what I just did wrong. Oh no, I can see the chat. Okay. So the chat should be working. I just for some reason can't get it on this screen for some reason. And I don't understand why. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying my best. I want you to work. Please, please, I need the stream to work. gonna have to switch from this chatting software I'm thinking about because it just stinks and will not work. If I can get it just to be consistent and work, because what was it? We played. The short stream doesn't affect the chat. That's not the issue. Even if I affect the chat, I'm still not gonna be able to read the chat. It's not that the short stream doesn't do anything. Actually, I have more people watching on the shorts right now than I do on the normal one, which is weird. So thank you to those watching. Thank you to those watching on the shorts. But even if I do cancel the short streams, the problem is, regardless of the situation, I don't have chat on the screen. Like, this is the same issue we had last week. I can't see the chat on this screen. So now I'm having to look at my monitor, which is like, what, 5-10 feet away, and read from there. Whereas at least if I had it on my screen like I had, we just had this working a while ago, so I'm confused as to why it's not working. Okay. Gonna figure this out. Because it shows on my computer that it is running. And I can see both. It just won't stay up on the screen for some reason. That's the weird. Uh-oh. What the heck? Doc, you have a question, or I have a question. What is your question, Cody? Why can't I get this to work? Please, for the love of chicken. Let's see, you should get the John Deere 9420R mod. What is that? I don't think I've heard of the 9420. That's not a base game thing, is it? Well, it's a mod, so definitely not a base game. But like, the 9420 isn't already in the game. Man, why is this not working? I need to be able to read both chats. Like, it, or like can combine them, but it's just not. And actually, Bluey, because of this social stream thing, that's how I knew you were in the other chat. But I'm just confused as to why it's not working. It's ugh. You know, the software stinky poo poo. I just don't know. It's not working. It should. Okay, maybe if I do this. Uh-oh, not that. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, let me try this. Okay. Okay, so now that's not even working. Weird chicken tacos. Please. I don't know. This software is just not consistent. I just don't know how to get it to work consistently. But if it decides to work, it will decide to work. If not, I can't wait forever for this thing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just keep playing the game. Anywho. La la la. Let's see. Let's see. New Holland or Case. I prefer the New Holland. I'll try back next farm string. Go to mod network. 25 minutes in now. I'm off to bed. Good night. Red card. Ooh. Okay. What? Oh wait, we gotta check on the silage. Hold up. Is this done? 14%. Okay, so we got time for this. Okay, and our grass. Oh, I think we're supposed to be doing pH. I think we're supposed to be working on the pH on the field. Right? Yes, we were. Okay, so nitrogen. That was fertilizer, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Let's see. Nitrogen. Can be increased by applying fertilizer or manure. Okay. And I don't think we bought a fertilizer. I don't think. Let me check. Don't think we did. Go here. Go down garage. Yeah, we don't own. Should I buy a fertilizer? I mean, eventually we'll use it, right? But should I go ahead and buy it now? Like, if that makes any sense. Because I could keep using that one. Now, we do have this one that does both lime and fertilizer, but it holds a lot less. So, it's cheaper, though. Or I could just go with this big one. But if I need to do both lime and fertilizer, this will save us money as far as like 20K. Well, hold up. I do the big extension, and the wheel setup we'll do narrow just because. Oh well, we'll do stand. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll do narrow just because. Spreading disc. Okay, so this is gonna cost us $56,750, or I could buy this one and still need to buy this one. Be right back, burb. I seriously wish I could read the shorts chat. That stinks. Why is this? Why does it not work? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. I'll have to figure. I gotta figure out a way to combine both chats, and I'll figure that out eventually. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this one. We'll just buy a big. Put this on. I hate that I gotta spend money on this. But I kind of need it. So. I'll buy it. Plus, at least I can use this for. I mean, now I have everything I need to do my own fertilizing contracts, so I can save money there. Well, not a lot of money, but some money. I think it still might be better to lease, I guess, depending. Because, hold up, let me check. If I go to, we don't have any fertilizing contracts, but if I were to do fertilizing contracts, the issue that we're going to end up having, well, it's not really an issue, but the renting cost isn't that much. So by using this machine, am I really saving, you know, that much money by doing it? Yes, but I don't know. Plus, at least when we were leasing, we weren't putting wear and tear on our own vehicles. However, the wear and tear that we would be putting on our own vehicles, I don't know. I just don't think it would be as atrocious as I think. I don't know. But let's go. Actually, look at first person. I haven't been first person in a hot second. Bing, 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 bing. But it's good. So I did get it to where it's able to stream two things at once, which is good. Yay me. All right. So let's go here, turn this on. Ooh, oh, that's way back there. And I'll unfold this. Yep. Oh, before I do this, let me check to make sure. You want the reference value. Okay, so it is automatic. Crop sensors, I guess we could leave off. It almost doesn't matter if we have them on or off. Because we don't have any crops, it's just grass. So. But it's working, so that's what I was saying. And it's boosting up 150, which is good, I think. It's getting it to where it needs to be. It says no crop detected, seeds first for best results, using target for wheat on silty clay. Interesting. Why was it using wheat on silty clay? Okay. No crop detected, seeds first for best result, using target for grass on silty clay. I don't know if changing it up or down matters necessarily. I'm not sure. Because now I have it set to grass instead of wheat, and so I don't know how that works. Like, is there an issue for overdoing it or no? You see what I'm saying? See, now we're going. Good. You see what I'm saying? Like, now it's not doing anything because we have it set to grass, right? But if I go out, we do have stuff on the grass. So I think it's best to just leave it as wheat, because at least at wheat we have more than enough. Which for this it's fine, right? For nitrogen, it's okay if we have more nitrogen than necessary. It doesn't seem to hurt anything. But having less is where we get into an issue. So we can have more, we just can't have less. So you know what I'm saying? Because it's setting it to 65. So which leads me to wonder, if I were to do this, is there a way to show yield with precision farming? Oh wait, that's nitrogen, sorry. Yield. I don't know. I don't think it matters, but I do want to switch it back to wheat, since that is what it does by default. Especially since it also doesn't affect anything. I'm just switching it. Okay, so it's back to wheat. Okay, so I'm gonna line this back up, and then we're gonna start doing it using wheat. It does it. That's the one thing I don't fully understand with this. Okay, so that section back there didn't get updated because we had already set it to grass, I guess. I don't know. So I guess red doesn't necessarily mean bad. I guess I'm not entirely sure how that works. So it's definitely sensing the ground, because I've noticed it changed from silty clay to loam. But I'm guessing, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't fully understand how it's like, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, bumping it up this high, does it affect my grass? From what I can tell, the answer is no, because my yield doesn't increase, nor does it decrease based on the amount that I'm using. Or, yeah, based on the amount I'm using. So I don't know for sure. What I do know is that by putting this much down, I don't have to apply it as frequently. So that is something. Well, I was going to say this is something, if not nothing, but that makes no sense. But yeah, at least now that I moved my big head out of the way, you guys can see the map, which is nice. I still hate that I gotta look way over there just to read chat, which stinks, but it is what it is. Until I fix it. Bam, bam, bam. It's working, so I'm not gonna really, or I don't know if it is or isn't. No crop detected. Seed first and best using target for wheat or salty clay. But I'm still like stuck on the thing to where if I were to change it to grass, it doesn't really add anything. You know, like if we check. It, like if anything, it should turn orange. Oh, okay, so that is what it's actually doing. If you set the target to grass, because if you look at the map, it's kind of hard to see, but let me go to the bigger map so you guys might be able to see it. So on the map, this section is a little bit less red and a little bit more orange. So maybe that is what it's doing. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not 100% sure. Precision farming is a tiny bit confusing. Yeah, and then we can't get that section to change back. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. But we got a new piece of equipment, so that's nice. The question is, where am I gonna put it exactly? I think I'm gonna end up putting it in the far right one. So let me go here. And we're gonna try to back this up. Probably not gonna go that well, but hopefully it does. Get up. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so that actually might be in the way a little bit, but that's fine. We'll just have to pull the stuff out, I guess. Should we ever need to, we'll just have to pull it out the way. That'll be fine. As long as the garage door closes. Right? Is it gonna close? There it goes. Okay. So at least that is good. Let me actually drive over here. We're gonna check on, I think, pH. What was that? We just checked on nitrogen, right? That was just nitrogen. So nitrogen's good. pH, we can try to get that up, which is gonna be with lime. So actually, which I'm not sure if it will work, but hopefully it does. If it does, yay. If it doesn't, well, we tried. What I'm gonna do, go here. Oop. Back up. Go ahead and lime the field as well. Hope maybe they'll boost our yield a little bit. I doubt it, but you never know. You never know. I'm actually going to move whatever little bit that we do have. We'll try to move it out of the way. So this way. Wait. I'm just gonna bag it up, and then about here, and then just drop it all. Perfect. Okay. So we need fertilizer. There's that. I seriously doubt we'll have enough lime to actually do anything. Because if I remember correctly, we probably had 800 in here. Not even that. Not even that. Okay, so let me get some more lime, especially since lime, it runs out even quicker. Fill this up with lime. And lime is actually cheap, so we're pretty good there. Back. I am took too long. You're fine. You're perfectly fine. What up? Let's see. Okay. So let me check buttons. Okay, so we have automatic rate. I'm not gonna turn on crop sensor. I'm just gonna let it just do its thing, I guess. It says no values detected yet. Okay, if I turn, oh, okay, no, there it goes. Okay, so it is working. So let me go ahead and unfold this. We'll get started. Put some lime down on this field, and it should boost everything up to where it needs to be, so we can get a little bit of a higher yield. I am jackknifing that. See, I had an argument with my stepdad. Hopefully nothing severe. Well, I think actually a lot of times it's probably not severe. Everyone's just heated in the moment. This is what I hope. I hope it's just a moment thing. Oh yeah, so we definitely needed some lime down in the field. Just good. Let's see, it was about laundry. Well, did you do your laundry? Oop, turn this way. Go this way. It's working. Okay, so lime, it doesn't matter about the crop. Lime is just going based off of the soil. Because we're at silty clay, it's trying to get it up to a 7. Right, but we should be on loam in just a second. And I think loam is a 6.75 according to this. So that's interesting. Yeah. Yes, but he put our clothes in with my clothes. Oh, he put other clothes in with my clothes. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's probably annoying. But he is the adult in the situation, so sometimes you just gotta bite your tongue. Just such a I understand the saying bite your tongue, or hold your tongue is actually probably a little bit easier. But like biting your tongue is like you must really, really, really want to say something. I'm just thinking about the saying. Anyway, I don't like him. You wouldn't be the first. I think a lot of people don't like their step parents. Some people love them, some people don't. Some people don't like their actual parents. But I think the main thing is just to make the best of the situation. You know, try to find common ground. Try to find things you guys have in common. Try not to dwell on the stuff you don't like about them. Try to find something you like. I will say it's probably easier said than done. Actually, I'm willing to bet it's easier said than done. But it's important that you don't let hate consume you, which is actually something I remembered from this Sunday. They didn't use that phrasing, but I really want to see my real dad. My dad went to get milk and never came back. And that is sadly a common thing in the world. Not just in America, but just everywhere. I'm gonna have to go back and get that stripe. It just sucks. I don't really have any words for it. It just sucks. Sorry to hear that. Get that section done. Oh, don't crash. Now, we also just spent about, what, 60,000 bucks essentially getting this field prepared, so we're gonna have to work a lot to get that money back, which stinks, but we're saving up for that field over there. We can get that field, turn that into grass. I think that's gonna be probably our last grass field, but at that point we should be able to get a steady flow of money coming in every, what, 3 months or so. At least I hope. I will say this precision farming does, like, if you're doing it, I guess semi-correctly, because I don't think I'm doing it perfectly, but if you're doing it semi-correctly, you definitely get a nice bonus for like everything, whether it be a bonus to stuff you're selling, a bonus to just yield that you're getting, which is another thing. You get, if you're doing precision farming correctly, you get a bonus from just yield, so the amount of crop you get. It's raining. But then on top of getting that yield, you get an additional bonus for when you sell the stuff. So I would say precision farming is just really good as long as you know what you're doing, and that's always the hardest part, which is the reason why I'm kind of happy I started with grass. Easier to maintain, nothing to worry about. And actually, like I said before, the plan for the future is once we do buy that big field right there, I think that's field 22 question mark. Once we do buy that field, the plan is when we progress to bigger or different crops, that I will leave these fields alone unless I just need the money. Like, I might every 3 months still harvest grass, but if I'm working on a different crop, I'll have that different crop to work on. Let's see, I have to go for a minute. Had another argument. I understand. Okay, back this one up. Okay. Okay, from here, I think we're going to spend time working at the factory so we can rack up money a bit faster. I feel like that's going to be our bread and butter. Which, speaking of which, I'm not sure if you guys have ever had bread and butter pickles, but they're delicious. The weird part is they don't taste like bread or butter, so I'm not sure why they're called bread and butter pickles, or if it's like, when you say something is your bread and butter, I'm assuming you're saying like you're really good at it. And so I'm wondering if the bread and butter pickles, you're saying that because I'm really good at making money from these pickles, or these are like our best sellers. I'm wondering if that's why they're called that. However, I don't see bread and butter pickles on stuff or on certain foods, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't think that's actually the case. But it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna stop. I would still love to read YouTube Shorts chats if technology would allow it, but it won't. But the game looks good. I'm glad the quality is much better. I've edited some stuff as well. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, at least everything is showing up. I should have waited in this. Okay. Let me save. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the job to see how many hours we've worked. Oh, we've worked a lot. We might as well keep working hours. We're done for hot seconds, right? Yeah, just rack up some more money. Let's make it at 8 a.m. Or 7:30, sorry. That's a decent time. So I'll spend probably the rest of March just fast forwarding through this. Rack us up some money. Because we don't have anything. That is also the joy of having grass as your only crop. You don't have anything to do. It just makes money. It's fantastic. I have absolutely no complaints about it whatsoever. Just make money. Okay, I am going to swing by his house. Or hold up, let's do this. I'm gonna swing by this because one thing I do want to check is to just see how far or how much this has fermented. 40%. Okay, so it is what I'm thinking. So it's going to take at least a month. We don't have any real contracts to do. So, like I said, we'll get back to work. And even though it doesn't, like, I'm fast forwarding and I'm not making money, at the end of the month is when I'll get my paycheck. And this is only because of the employment mod. And the good thing is it's not broken. Like, you're not getting a lot of money at all. Back this time was the dogs. What do the dogs do? Who let the dogs out? Okay, work some more. Gotta get this money. But the one good part about this employment mod, it's not broken at all. Okay, well, actually, here, I will say this. The one thing that does make it somewhat broken is how we're using it. So typically, well, no, because according to this, as a cleaner or even as an intern, we'll say as an intern, you would only work 8 hours per month, which kind of doesn't make sense. So if I work 8 hours per month, I would make $1,000. And I would say as a cleaner or an intern per year, like, both of these are extremely low. Now, as a manager, 61,000 per year, probably. Now, I think I also got to keep in mind that this is probably like overseas money, maybe, because I think managers, at least in America, would make more than this. So I think, yeah, this is an overseas amount. But instead of essentially, we're making $14,000 a month because we put in a crap ton of hours. Does that make sense? Maybe not really. So is the game breaking? I might have to walk that back or rationalize that. See, they didn't do anything. It's my stepdad. Sometimes people are just in a cranky mood, and you just gotta let them get it out. Some people just want to vent. I think that's actually kind of what it is. When you become an adult, sometimes you just want that. Don't have anybody to vent to. Okay, so we're gonna go to 8 a.m. because it is, yeah, March 7th. So we're gonna go to 8 a.m. the next day. Actually, I might go to just 7. Just relax, because from what it sounds like, it's not too drastic. Not, at least not yet, from what I'm hearing. Cool. We just made about 20,000. Good. So now we can go back. We can check on the grass, see if it's fermented. I doubt that it has, but oh, okay, so it's almost finished fermenting, which is good. And we can check on this. We are broke, no food, and behind on bills. My family, we've been there before as well. I will say you guys will get through it. That's That is the one thing to look forward to. You will get through it. But we've been there. Anyway. Well, I will say, constantly being negative about it only makes things worse. I will say that. Hmm. 97%. Okay, so I'm gonna. Question is, should I fast forward more or? Here's what I'll do. Let's go back to the bakery. We're gonna fast forward about 1.5 hours. Okay, now let's go here. Okay, it should be done fermenting, I think. 98%, okay. Not quite. Go back. Go here. Work. Let's see. 1.5 gave us 2%. So we'll go 1.5 again. That should give us another 2%. And it should be done now, I think. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but I think it is close, but not quite. Let's go here. Do 1 hour. Eat. Okay, now it should be good, I think. Right? So it's still not. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez Louise. I just need the stuff to be finished so I can sell it. Also, another good thing with precision farming, our stuff is pretty much like always. Okay, now it's done. It's pretty much always in the green, meaning it's always selling for more than its max value. Like even when it's not peak season. And I think it's because, again, precision farming. So this says with everything we sell, as far as the silage, we should make 9,846, which is more than its max value, according to the game. By default, we should make 9,633. But right now, I think it's in the slight demand or whatever you want to call it. So if I were to go down to, oh, not grass, silage. It's a bit of a ways down. DTT. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Silage. Its peak is actually, it's selling at 123 year round. It's just, that's interesting. So according to this chart, it's interesting. It shows like an up and down thing, but it's showing 123 year round. So why is... Okay, all other stuff like fluctuates decently, but silage is the same year round. That's interesting. I can't say that I understand that. Not really an issue, it's just interesting. But we should make 9,800 and egg, turn. Hold up. Say we should make 9,847. Let's turn this. Okay, I'm just gonna go here, line this up, and bag it up. Okay, and let's open this as much as we can. It never wants to fully work. Oh, got most of it. Of course, this little section here just doesn't want to work. I don't know why. But that is why we have the bucket, the mighty bucket. Oh wait, it won't let me pick it up. Okay, oh, there it goes. And if we get, let's see, right about here, and then turn it. There we go. Oh, we still got some over here. So I'm gonna get right about here, and then do the same thing I just did. Just like that. And just like that, the mighty bucket is still mighty. Ooh. Okay. Go back over here, put the bucket down. And that is the only reason, like, this mod is necessary. Like, there are a few mods in this game that I feel like are, how do I explain it? Not realistic mods, but like necessary. The bucket mod, necessary. It's not broken by any means, it's just necessary. Oh, I did not mean to turn this off. Okay. So now we're gonna pick up as much of this as we can. Nom 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 nom. Just like that. Okay, we got 93% in one pass, which probably the best I've done in a while. Nom 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 nom. Okay. So we should. How many trailers am I expecting to get? I think it was 1 and a partial? Question mark? I don't remember. Let's see, if we have 49, yeah, it's definitely 1 and a partial. Because we have 49.5 thousand. And it said we had 79 or something like that thousand. I don't remember exactly, but I know it's nowhere near 90,000. Let's see, 49.5 times 2 puts us at 99,000, I think, unless my math is incorrect. 49 times 2 is 98. 500 times 2, yeah, I think that's right. And I think the best place to sell is right here, if I'm not mistaken. This is, I don't think this is the same place. Yeah, different place. Okay. Different place. I almost sold it at the wrong place because typically we sell it right there. Value at all stations. Oh no, it's the same. But it is slightly higher. So that means it's going about, there's like 123 and some change. And so we make an extra 15 bucks by using this one over here. So of course that's the one we're going to use. I mean, it's only 15 bucks. The good part is they're right next to each other. If this was like the Pentai map, I don't think I would not care that much. Oh wait, silage is not accepted here. Okay. Oops. Welcome back, sir. Is it this spot? Here it is. Yep, over here. As we rack in the money, and again, we're supposed to be making, I think, 9,800 something in total. And we'll check the finances right after to see how much we made. Let's see, that's already 69,000. 69,300. No, that's not 69,000. That's 6,933. So 6,933. My brain did not pick up on that faux pas as quickly as it should have. Okay, go here, lower. Well, let me get into the pit first. Lower. Take up all this. Yep. What's up, Hash? I noticed you made a stream just for shorts. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. Mostly, I did it for YouTube shorts, but the plan is to eventually stream to TikTok as well. But yeah, yes I did. Yes you did. Let's see, is it daytime over there? If I remember correctly, it is like morning time for him. So I think it's like, I think he's 11 hours ahead of me. I don't even know what time it is right now for me. I'm assuming it's about 8 o'clock, so it's probably 9 a.m. over there for him. It's not daytime for me, but it's nighttime for me. But for Hash, I think it's like 9 a.m. Get as much of this as we can. Okay, so we're gonna go back and pick up that little section over there. Okay, hold up. Actually, cool little thing you can do. What I'm gonna do, move this guy out of the way. We're gonna go here, turn this off, go here, because apparently this thing can drive. No one's gonna question it. We're just gonna allow it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just know that it is doing stuff. So dark. Yes, yes, it is dark. You know what? I might just leave this outside, because the only place I'm gonna use it is over here, and it's almost pointless to put it inside. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it outside next to the stuff. Heck, I could leave it in the silage pit if I really wanted to. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is something a bit different. I'm gonna lower it down because we're going for distance away. So, yep, and unload. Yep. And essentially, I'm just moving it to a spot that would be easier for the forage wagon to pick it up. No. Let's pick up as much of it as we can. Okay. That should be all of it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way for a second. Hop in this. Turn this on. Drop this down. Oop-a-doop-a-doop. Uh-oh. Okay, back this up. Let's see. Swing around. And that should be all of it. Perfect. Bunker's now empty. We'll go drop the rest of this off. I am gonna move that. I think I'm actually gonna put it in the bunker, but just to the well, nah. I was gonna say put it like in the front sort of area. But actually, can those open the bunkers? Can screw conveyors open the bunkers? Because that would be very useful if they could. But they can. But anyway, we're at 6,900. Oh yeah, we definitely got more than what we should have. So, if we check finances, aside from buying the new vehicles, which we did that in March, so I'm not sure why the 55 is showing up in April, but, oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit that. So, whatever. But, just from contract income, we made 16. From harvest income, we made 9,840. Miscellaneous, what's that negative amount for? Might be mistaken something. What is that amount for? Because apparently it's not the only time I've done it. Because miscellaneous negative for the miscellaneous. I don't know what that could be. Let's see. I'm back again. Lololo. Lloyd ain't here. No, he left like 10 minutes into it. First time I saw someone using that menu tab. I like it. Yeah. I don't use it often, but I do find myself using it more in precision farming than I did in normal mode. However, the only time I use it is to like applaud myself with how much more money I'm making using precision farming. So you didn't need to put ad, Cody. Cody ad. Okay, we're gonna back this up. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. You know, I could have got that closer to the wall, but that's fine. It is. Right there's good enough. Okay. I'm going to park this. Actually, let's park this near the grass, since I know the grass is going to be the next thing we're going to have to contend with. So I'm actually going to park inside the house. I'm going to hook everything up. Yeah, since cutting the grass is going to be the next thing. Let me actually go ahead and wash this stuff off. Use this button. Watch as the dirt melts away. Who is number 1 on the EDXP thing? I forgot to update that. The settings and stuff. But I don't know. Hey, Doug, I noticed you tried something new, the short streams thing. That would probably get you more views as more people go on short instead. I agree. Even myself, I scroll through YouTube a lot more with shorts and stuff, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. The issue is the one piece of software I needed to where I could see all of the chats, even this one, on my screen at one time. I couldn't get it working. And so for anybody who is watching on shorts, it's sorry. But yeah. I don't know. Couldn't get it to work. But I tried. Okay. Let's check on grass. Also, another benefit to doing it this way is if there's a funny clip or whatever and I need to clip it and maybe upload it as a short, we already have that sort of setup going. So, nice and convenient. How do you say this? I say it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna move this on the outside of the thing. Do you want a fact of the day? Sure. Let's park this right there. Okay. So, in the meantime, since the grass has not fully grown, I think if I remember that correctly, yeah, it's still growing. Perfect. So, let's go work at the bakery. I was going to say factory, but the bakery. Unless there's contracts we can do. Not a decent amount. So, let's keep going on this. 200 times 200. My brain. 40,000. Let's see. I think that's right. Something's telling me that's wrong. I think that's... No, that can't be right. My brain does not want to work right now. It is 40,000. Okay. It's not functioning at this point. For some reason, I think we found a glitch. But my expected pay is just steadily rising for some reason. Which is interesting. I'm not sure that works. Is even the worked hours is just steadily rising, despite me being in a completely different month. I'm not gonna complain about it, but if we get like a decent amount of money from this, it's crazy. Multiply 2 divided by 2, then add the 0. Oh, multiply the 2 by 2, then add the zeros. Yeah, that's what I did. But for some reason, I'm gonna be honest, I have not been getting the most sleep recently, so that's what it is. Fact: French fries are thought to be from Belgium. I think I knew that only because of my last name. But yeah, French fries, and they're not even French. Now, I think they're thought to be from Belgium, but I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. But I think maybe. Let's see how my teacher's teaching us. That's good. Shortcuts are nice. I'll say a fact until you don't know it was one. Okay. Well, that won't be hard to do, actually. Yeah, our money's just steadily ticking up. I'm not complaining about it, but it is weird. Let me go up to... Let me zoom out. Much easier to scroll when you're zoomed out. Okay, so field's still not ready. Okay. Keep doing it. Excuse me. Need my agua. So you just have to do 9 times 2 and then add a bunch of zeros. So that's 18. Let's see. 5. That's 10 zeros. Oh, let's see. 10 zeros. 3, 3, 3. That's thousands, millions. So we're in the billions. So 180 billion. Fact: sticky notes were invented by accident by a chemist from 3M, which I think is a tape company. 3M also now makes like those adhesive like hangers that you can put on the walls and stuff. They also make duct tapes. Yeah, so they do a lot. Okay, I'm noticing. Yeah, the money. Okay, we should not have made that much money. We made $41,000 in that month. Okay, so the employment mod is just a tad bit bugged because we should not have made that much money. Because what's happening is it's not resetting our work hours per month, which is what it's supposed to do. Because monthly hours is 8. That's the many hours we have to work. And it's supposed to say, oh, here's how many hours you've worked this month. it's not resetting that. And I think if we do cleaner, I think if we do that, then it will, but I'm not going to reset anything. I'll just stick with this because that's giving us a boatload of money, and I'm not going to complain. You know, I'm not going to complain. That gets us where we need faster. Jeez, man, we're ready to harvest grass like every single time. Out to the door! Out to the door! Oh, I hit the door. Out to the door! Out the door! Alright. Let's see. We need to put, if I remember correctly, we're going to do steering assist. We're going to put on 2 headlands. Okay, mostly for the sections on the end. That's the main. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Mostly face. Okay. So all we gotta do is line her up. Let me see, what did I miss? Let's see, I knew 3M was a tape company because it's sold here, but I'm thinking, maybe that 3M is different and maybe it's only in the PH. No, only in the Philippines. See, it took me a second. PHs, Philippines, not. What does pH stand for? What is like the acidity versus base level? What does that pH mean? That's one thing I never understood. Well, I can't say I never understood. I just don't know what it means. But it is what it is. I'm sure it's some big scientific word that I wouldn't dare commit to memory. But at least I will know it's not anything normal. Well, let me get to the end of this row, and then I'll read chat again. 1 second. Actually, I still got some time. Gotta go now. I'll go with my mom to fetch my brother from school. Have fun, sir. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. You have a great day. A great day. Let's see. Lift that up. Oh, I don't want to do that math right now. But you do the 6 times the 8, which gives you 48, and then that's 4 8 zeros, so 3 3 2. 3 3 2. Wait, 3 3 thousands millions. So 4.8 billion. Let's see. 4.8 billion minus 300 plus 100, which means, oh wait, nope, gotta do the division. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So minus 275. Okay, so we were at 4.8 billion. 4.8 billion. So it's gonna be 4 billion. Okay, hold up, give me a second. Gotta make sure I'm committing this from memory. 4 billion 799,999,000 700 725. I'm supposed to be subtracting 200. 275. Yeah. So it should be 4 7. The rest are 9s, with the last 3 digits being 725. So 4,999,999,000 700 and not and 725. I think the saying it out loud without I don't know, this is really difficult. I think it's because I'm also trying to farm at the same time. I'm just doing so much at one time. Which, I'm gonna be honest, my brain has been doing a lot of that lately. I'm just multitasking a lot. It is what it is. It's not really an issue. I don't mind it. But it is stuff. Okay, we gotta be careful. So I'm actually going to stop right about here. I'm gonna lift this one up just a little bit because we can always re-lower it. Re-lower it. English, man. I've been struggling today. My brain's just doing too much. I need to probably find a way to just collect my thoughts better, or just spend more time talking slowly, so that way my brain can keep up. Well, no, my mouth can keep up with my brain. That is what I need to do, which is easier said than done. The need to feel like I have to rush, it's always there. The need to feel like I have to rush. I don't know the answer. I'll give you a random math problem. I think that was the answer. The first set is easy. It's repeating it back to you without just saying 4 7 9 9 9 9 9 7 2 5. Like, instead of just saying like that, adding the places, and then on top of that still farming it's a lot for my brain. At least at this moment, I can't seem to do both super well. But I think what it is that in my day-to-day life, I am multitasking like all the time. So I think that is what's causing thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just speculating. But my brain is constantly multitasking all day ever since I've started this job. And so I'm just stumbling and bumbling over my words a lot. Actually, it started happening before this job. So maybe I'm just having... Maybe it's a genetic thing, because my mom does it too. But she hasn't always done that my entire life. It's just... We'll figure it out, though. But at the moment, I do not know. It's not really a really bad issue. Because, my mom, it happens to my mom every now and again. But it's not like it's terrible. Actually, the more I'm with her, I would say multiple times throughout the day. But it's really not that bad. I think the one difficult part with dealing with this grass is just this. Like, if we could go this direction, the direction that we're currently in, if we could do that more often, it'd be good, which is the reason why I'm waiting until we get fields. Was that 22 that's right in front of us, I think? Yeah. Once we get that field, it gets easier because we can go in that direction a lot more often. And we don't have to avoid the trees. The trees are essentially what the issue are. The trees and the picket fences on this end. But if you look at field 22, there's pretty much nothing. The only thing that you could run into would be the trees on that side, which is why we're going to go east to west, so we don't run into that issue. But yeah. Go ahead and do this. Beep. Beep. 34 plus 36 is 70. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me get the other line started. Divided by 12 minus 22 times 54. Okay, so let's see. I would have to do 70 divided by 12, which is going to give you a decimal, by the way. I would have to do that first, and then I have to do 22 times 54. Okay, so this is going to be a really big negative number. well, not really big, but a pretty big negative number, because 20 times 54 is 108. Whoa, 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 whoa. That math. 20 times 54 is 1080, sorry. Plus 2 more sets of 54. So 2 more sets of the 108. So 1080, so that'd be 1188. So it would be 70 divided by 12, which is going to be a decimal. Well, it's going to be a whole number with a decimal. And then you're going to have to subtract the 1188. Let me see if I can figure out that, or let me see if I can get close for the decimal. Let's see, 70 divided by 12. I know 72 divided by 12 is 6. So it's less than 6. We're off by 2, which means it is 10 twelfths. So 10 twelfths is the same as 5/6. I know a third is 33, so 6 would have to be a fraction of a 33. That would essentially be half of a 33. Okay, hold up. I'm narrowing it down. I do not know what 6 is as a fraction, but I'm gonna say it's gonna have to be 16.5-ish repeating. So 70 divided by 12 is gonna have to be let me start this. Beep, beep. 100 minus 16 half-ish. We'll say 17. We'll say 17. We'll round up to 17. 100 minus 17 is what, 83? So it's gonna be a little bit less than 83. So it would have to be 5.83 minus 1188. So 1188, that's gonna be negative 1,182 point negative 1,082 point brain 0.16, well 0.165 ish. That's my answer. Negative 1,182 point 16 5-ish. I mean, I guess I could round and be better, but whatever. Let's see. Can you tell me that math problem with the parentheses? That was it. At 9:10, not at 9:06. Are you talking about the one that has the 34 plus the 36 in it? Because if that is the one you're talking about, my answer is 1,182.16. 0.17, somewhere around there. I might have messed up because there's a lot of moving parts, and doing that while also streaming game and reading chat is a bit harder. I think that was the answer. Let me check. Did I miss? Oh. Did I miss another question? No, that was it. Yeah, that was my answer. Yeah. Not sure if it's 100% right, or not sure if it's right at all. You're gonna have to take all my math with a grain of salt because, well, it's the end of the day. I'm tired and been having brain problems from what I feel. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's stress. Could it be stress? I don't know. The constant jumbling up of my words. A client today, we were actually joking and, you know, just having conversations or whatever. And she mentioned dyslexia, which I thought dyslexia was just stuff that's written out. Like your brain jumbles up stuff that's written out. Would it still be dyslexia if your brain is jumbling up words that you say? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll probably Google it and self-diagnose just for the hell of it. Which, by the way, don't self-diagnose. It's not. I mean, everybody does it, but again, take everything with a grain of salt. Odds are it's not the worst thing. So, like, whatever you do Google, whatever the worst thing that it says it could be, understand that it's not. But yeah, jeez, man, I feel like we just have a lot more grass than normal, which is interesting. I think I'm gonna have to stop doing math for the night because my brain hurts. Well, I don't even think it's necessarily the math that's hurting it. I think it's generally like what I was saying. It's just the multitasking that's hurting. Maybe, I don't know. It's almost like my CPU is not able to run that many processes at once. And is it processes or processes? See, okay, so maybe this is the reason why I stumble over my words. Maybe I do have ADD or something. And so my brain is combining different thoughts together. And sometimes, maybe what's happening is that my brain is running multiple different thoughts at the same time. And for some reason, I'm not aware. Well, okay, like, I'm playing Farming Simulator right now. What if, as I'm thinking about Farming Simulator, my brain is also running another thought that I'm not fully subconscious of? Right? Like it's in the background or something. And so, while that's running, my brain, if I'm not careful, will just combine those thoughts together, or like blend the words together, especially if the words sound similar. Like I feel like I'm doing better with it now that I'm making a conscious effort to think about what I'm saying. What if it's a type of stutter? That's a thought. What if? I don't know. I'm genuinely gonna Google this when I get off of here because I am curious as to what it is. Doesn't matter a massive amount, but I am genuinely curious as to what it is. But I will also say, slowing down speech seems to help, which I think is something that helps people who stutter. I think I saw that in a movie, so I'm not even sure if that's true, but who knows? Maybe Jim. But also, could it be a stutter? I thought a stutter that's something just involuntary. Well, it is involuntary. I'll say that. But, no. I don't know. Can we talk about FS25? 100%. Do you have anything in specific, or do you have anything specific? Anything particular you want to talk about? One thing I am happy about and I'm really excited about is the Mercedes-Benz pack. Hold up, let me fold these up real quick. The Mercedes-Benz pack, I'm actually going to be honest, when we start getting into different crops like wheat and stuff, depending on how big the fields are, especially on this map, I am probably going to use those chaining systems. And I'm not sure how long you were here for the last stream, but essentially, I agree that the Mercedes-Benz pack is actually good. Now, excuse me, these vehicles here, these lighter lime green ones, they are not, they're not terrible. Like, I think they're really genuinely meant to be front loaders. Is essentially what it is. They're meant to be front loaders. For example, for this one, like the only vehicles it works with are those two. So you could use this one if you wanted to. You could put more horsepower. I don't think it's necessary. But you put this on. Really, what is this? Oh, that. But the back loader attachment. So it's not a front loader. It's a back loader attachment. But it can be used to hoist stuff up in the air. You know, I don't think I would need the Pro Compact, not for no 14, not for no 15K, but you could use these as front loaders. And I would think they would do a really good job of front loading. The reason I mentioned that is, and I can do that as a test as well, and I just might. In the Mercedes-Benz pack, and the reason why I think it would be, you know, pretty solid front loader, when using the basic front loaders, the issue is the heavier the item you pick up and the further it is away from the center of gravity, it's going to tip forward, right? And it's not a massive issue, especially if you're doing an auto loading trailer or something. I'm gonna try not to do that in this version. I'm gonna try to, you know, play pretty strict, pretty straight up and down, you know. So turn. So I'm gonna actually have to pick up everything, you know, that I need. Well, with the, where is my, oh, way over there. Actually, let me go in here and pick up the thing first. Let's see, it should be in this door. With that, those work as front loaders, and actually much better front loaders for the price. And so I genuinely believe that I will be using those, because the only other competition, for example, the cheapest one we have was like 55,000. If you actually go to the front loaders, which are right here, the cheap, like the Mercedes-Benz front loaders are already cheaper than this one. And I know this one, I do not like it very well. It has a swivel butt, sort of, but don't like it. This one, you know, but its horsepower is also lower, which isn't really a massive thing. But another key part with the Mercedes-Benz, these all move faster. 25, at least I think. Hold up, was I right about that? Let me backtrack. Yeah, they move twice the speed of each one of these. Plus I think they weigh more. Yeah, this one, yeah, it weighs more. But I need to test it, which I'll probably test towards the end of the stream. Actually, after we pick up this grass, since I'll have some time, I'll test it at the end of the stream. But I am willing to bet that the Mercedes-Benz trucks are better at holding more weight at distance compared to the traditional front loaders. Betting doesn't mean I'm right, but I'll test it. But let's just pick up this grass as fast as possible. It shouldn't take us too long, I don't think. The part that always takes the longest, I think, is what do you call it? Compacting. That's another thing. Sometimes I forget words so easily. And I did that a decent amount today as well. And very, very interesting. Like, it's the simplest words that I will use in my vocabulary. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's see, Doc, I had a question. You didn't have a question. What you said is, can we talk about FS25? I said yes. What do you want to talk about? You said precision farming, and you said explain what it is. Explaining what it is isn't a question, it's a statement. But even then, explaining what precision farming is a lot. The easiest way to explain precision farming is that it's a free DLC that everybody has access to that essentially makes the game tougher. Like, in a nutshell, like, quick, easy description makes the game tougher. But here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this section here just because I know it's gonna be difficult. Oh wait, I thought that was gonna be more difficult. Oh wait, yes it is. Okay. We'll grab up a decent chunk, spin back around. But yeah, it makes the game more difficult. Essentially, what I was just having to do, you actually got a chance to see it, where I, instead of putting down fertilizer the traditional way, I had to, I had to use a crop sensor on a tractor, which I do have it on this tractor. I had to use that to, I don't want to say sense where the stuff is, but to sense like how much. I mean, you can just put down fertilizer wherever you want, but that might end up being bad for you. Here. But you have to be careful with how much fertilizer you put in certain places, which again, once you have this machine or that attachment, makes it to where you don't have to worry about that as much. You also have to lime your fields. You have to make sure the pH value is in order. Whereas in the traditional farming simulator, you never really had to worry about lime as much. So typically on every field you would go through, lime it, the end. That's it. You know, you don't really have to worry about it too much, and you'd be able to keep it there for essentially ever. So for example, if you had grass and you had limed the fields before you planted that grass, it was good. It was good, it was perfect, it was whatever. What is pH? I don't know. I asked that earlier. I don't really know what pH stands for. I know it's it is based around acidity, and I was gonna say bacidity, like I know what acidity is. I don't think bacidity is a word, but like how basic the field is. But traditionally in the regular version, you would go through, put lime on the field, put grass on the field, you're good. You never have to put lime on a grass field ever again, right? However, in precision farming, you have to keep putting lime down, and essentially you're putting it down to make sure the pH value is good. Now, you don't have to do it like frequently, but you do have to do it every once in a while. And fertilizer. In the base game of Farming Simulator, grass always has one state of fertilizer. In precision farming, that's not the case. You can end up being like completely out of fertilizer. And the thing is, fertilizer, although it does, you know, still improve your yield, it's used for controlling nitrogen levels. Now, what does nitrogen actually do for plants? I just think it makes it to where they grow better. And so there is no levels to it. You just have it. You know, you have to make sure your nitrogen levels are good. So that's the main difference, at least so far. Now, one good part is, no, I don't want. Why would I want to play Cheese Touch? Who wants to play Cheese Touch? That's not a good game. It's not a good game. It's disgusting. You don't want to get the Cheese Touch. Why would you want to play the Cheese Touch? I do remember that game though, or like from Diary when I was a kid. I've never actually played that live, but so far, precision farming isn't too difficult. And what I am anticipating is that with other fields, it's going to be just as easy. Like that's what I'm theorizing. I'm theorizing it's going to be just as easy. Simply because I won't have to worry about, like, there's nothing you have to do while the crops are growing. You just do it before, right? So you're not gonna crush any of the crops. It's just do it before. I think it's the same thing with sugarcane. I'm gonna have to check to see if you can actually run over sugarcane with heavy tires. I would assume so, but I'm gonna double check. I don't think it's going to be an issue because if I'm planting it, it shouldn't matter. Then all I got to do is just go back and use that machine to harvest it. So I don't think it'd be an issue. You have the Cheese Touch. That's not how that works, sir. Not how that works. You can't just digitally pass on the Cheese Touch, sir. That is illegal. You know, I'm starting to realize all your games you play very illegally, sir. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Straight to jail. You steal a fish? Straight to jail. You overcook fish? Straight to jail. You undercook fish, but da-da-da-da. Straight to jail. That's a meme. Well, I don't think... Well, it's a meme, but the guy was serious from what I could tell. So... You know, this is actually taking me longer to pick up this stuff. First one done. I'm also gonna need fuel. Well, I don't. Well, I don't need fuel. Yoinks. Then, but let's see. What did I miss? I just made up Fish Touch. Oh, there it is. What game is tomorrow if you are streaming? I am streaming tomorrow. I'm streaming early, according to, again, you can always check Discord. It tells you what and when I'm streaming. I try to be consistent when I post those times, but tomorrow I'm streaming Battlefield. It is, oh, I've missed a lot. I am gonna have to stream it early because I have rugby practice. So it's gonna be about 2:45 my time. Or wait, did I do that math right? It says it in Discord. But the reason being, it's either I stream it earlier or I don't stream at all. Because again, tomorrow I have rugby practice. Otherwise, I just wouldn't be able to go. Now, I am going to rugby practice tomorrow, but I'm not going to rugby practice Thursday. I think if I made my mind up correctly, it should say it in Discord. When again, that's what the calendar function is for. So no one ever has to ask me when I am or am not streaming. But yeah, what is it where you're at? I think if you go to Discord and check the event, it converts the time that I'm streaming to your time zone. I think. So you shouldn't have to do any conversions or stuff like that. I might be wrong, but I think that's how it works. Let's go this way. Okay, we just have a few little rows left. I feel like we're picking up... No, I was supposed to say we feel like we're picking up more. No, we're picking up the exact same amount, I think, that we did the last time. I think last time we had 79,000. And so we just had 49,500 from one trailer. So now we're at least 69 something. So yeah, I think that's how that works. Yeah, I think we're gonna get the same amount we did last time. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But we really just need to save up money to get a thing. Okay, so the employment thing is sort of, it is broken. You know, it's giving us more money than we should. However, I'm not mad at it. Even though it is broken, we're still having to work, we're still having to do stuff. But the main thing I think that makes me like more okay with it is that, do we have more grass down there? What? Or do we just have this little section in the other? Yeah, it just didn't load in. How do I explain this? Yeah, we got the same amount of grass, maybe slightly more. Let me check actually. I think we probably got slightly more. See, leaves are chaff. Okay, it's not counting the part that I'm holding. I answered your question, sir. I don't know what is with the delay or what you're missing, but I've been answering your questions. You said, what time is it where you're at? You said, here's 9:28. I said, if you go to Discord, it tells you, I think it converts the time that I'm streaming to your time, so you don't have to do any of the conversions. And then you said, are you now ahead or behind me? I don't know what time it is here right now because I'm not looking at my phone, and my clock is covered. Well, it's not covered, but I have laundry in my bed that's blocking me from seeing it. But the shortest answer, so you don't ever have to ask me this, is just go to Discord. If you go to Discord, I think, I'm almost positive, it converts the time for you, so you don't ever have to ask. Actually, I want you to know, you're the main reason I thought about doing the the calendar thing. I felt like it was a good idea because, you know, before you used to ask me, you know, when I'm streaming or if there was a stream. And so I was like, let me figure out a way to do a calendar. And I actually figured out I could use Discord that way. And at least this way, it makes it easier on you so you never have to guess. But that was the idea. I mean, I've been trying to do a calendar thing for a while, but you were my inspiration for helping. Like, you were my inspiration and my sort of main drive to sort of think, okay, what can I do? Let me try again. Let me try to find another way. Because before I was like going to do like a Yahoo or a Google Calendar or something, and that is not as good as I would like. But this new way, the new version I'm doing it, I think I do like it, and it works. Okay, I'm leaving, never coming back now. Okay, well, thank you for showing up. Thank you for the $1. Yoinks. Now, I also think I'm gonna start streaming Battlefield more. I don't know. People seem to like it, at least according to my stats. I'm gonna start streaming that more. Doc, I'm joking. Ah. I need joke. What was that from? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's also interesting. My brain remembers a lot of stuff, like a lot of random stuff, for reasons I do not know. Let's see, what level are we at? We're already at 30% with 3 passes. Again, this is the... I do like that I've made this sort of loop sort of mechanism, so they're just stuck together. I can just drive over it, just smush straight through. I do think there's a technique to crushing chaff. Is that another joke, sir? Bing, bing, bong. Ooh, I'm also glad if you check out the timer, I've updated the timers. So now every time Stream Elements goes off, it cycles through some messages instead of just showing the same like 2 messages back to back. It actually just, you know, cycles through some stuff, which makes it where you're not seeing the same stuff all the time. So we're at 71%. Either I'm getting better at crushing chaff, or maybe I just found the technique. But I don't know. I don't know. It was Friday night, if I remember correctly. And then I think in Discord you asked me what was I gonna do with the $1. I said I was gonna buy a donut. I haven't had the opportunity to buy a donut. Oh, tomorrow morning I will. Tomorrow morning I will have an opportunity to buy a donut. I need to remember to do that because I kind of do want donuts. Okay, so this is finished compacting. What we're gonna do, since we still got a few minutes left, we're gonna quickly cover this up, blanket. 80,000 liters. Yeah, so we actually got slightly more than we did last time. We're gonna cover this up. I'm gonna save. We're gonna go to the test save again, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna test which front loader is better, because my thought, essentially my overall rating on the Mercedes-Benz pack was overall good. Like if you plan on using a changing system, or you know, things like it, like you plan on using changing system or a front loader, things of that nature. Every single one of those tools, good. Because that is one thing with the DLC. They never put out, and they can't really, realistically, put out a DLC where the items in that DLC covers every single, you know, type of thing in the game. But with what they have put out, I would say it gives us a new option to using a changing system. Because it could be that's the reason why no one used a changing system. It was a little bit cumbersome to like back it up onto and da 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 da. Let's see, I remember when Blowy sent you $2. I think that was you, but maybe I was mistaken. It is always possible. Probably not likely, but it is possible. Okay, so on this one, we're gonna test the Mercedes-Benz front loader. I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna start with the smallest one, and see how well it does. And we're gonna essentially test those versus one of the front loaders and the forklifts. Okay. It was Thursday, I think. Thursday was during Battlefield. Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let's go through, oh wait, no, let's go through here. We can go through here. We're gonna go BAP. Okay, let's get rid of some items. Beep, 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 beep. We'll keep that. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Change that too. Okay, so right now we have, oh, I need to get rid of this one. Actually, which one is this one? This is the bigger one. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're also gonna get the smaller one out. We'll do the smallest versus the biggest. So we got this one. We'll do something like that. We'll lease it, and then I'll go like middle of the road. We'll go 1500. Might as well, right? And then because this one starts at 13. You know, it doesn't really matter. But we have three tractors to test. Okay. And then we're gonna test front loaders. I can send you another $1 because I have 70. Understandable. It's not like donations are appreciated but not required, not by any means. Okay, so this is the front. What's the cheapest forklift we have? Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna grab a few of these. Yeah. Well, okay. First, let's just grab this guy and see if it works. This is the big guy, which is not necessary, I don't think, actually. So hold up. I'm gonna drop that one off. It's not that the big guy is or isn't necessary. It's that what I'm trying to do, if we can get this to work with the smallest one, then, you know, eat all the more power to why this system's better. Ooh, I already see a win-win with this setup. Hold up, I need to do something real quick. We need to sell these two. I just realized something. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Okay. What we're gonna do, let's go with this one. We're going to start with 1100. We are going to have 3 point. Ooh, we can just do weights. We can just stack on how much weight? 400 kilograms. Okay. What's the biggest weight that we can pick up? Let's see. Biggest weight we can pick up. Oh, pretty big. Now the question is, do these work with all of them? That I don't know. But I feel like 400 kilograms is fine. So we're actually just going to use those. We're just going to use the 400 kilograms that it comes with, and we'll just see how that works. So go here, do that. Standard. Oh, but yeah, we'll do the 400 kilograms. Please. Uh-oh. I think the game just crashed. Well, sorry if it did. $4 million. Cheater? Cheater? Is that what you meant? This is a test server. I'm not... Oh, there it goes. So I got some bad news. The stream is over. No, we still got 3 minutes. Still got 3 minutes. But that is fine. It gives me plenty of time to go through. Well, maybe not plenty of time, but some time to test this. It does not want to back up very well. No, I had a thing. There it is. I knew I had a thing to turn it around. It is trying. I was gonna say it is trying its hardest. These things do not like to go up hills, so that is something to note. And I think what I'm gonna do is destroy that field over there. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna hop out of this. What I'm gonna do is there is this one cool thing you can do. I think it's Control Alt R, I think. Did that do it? No, it did not. There is a way. Alt R. Hold up. There's a way in the settings to control. Let's see, unload bales, universal, stop, realistic, precision farming, power tools, park vehicle, auto loading, forestry, legal, enhanced, shop sorting, unemployment, easy development, Here it is. Nope, that's course play. Realistic. Okay. Plains and prairies. Next at. Okay. Apparently, I don't see it in here, which means it was in the main, like it was in the shop, the detail shop to tell me what to do, which sucks. So what I'm gonna do, oh, that's not what I meant to do. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're going to destroy this. Yeah, we're gonna delete this. How do we? The tricky part is it's always hard to click on this. But if you can find it, hold up, maybe if I go to demolition mode. There it is. There it is. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna put the shop down here if I can remember the. There it is. Where is it? Control Alt P? Nope, not that. L. I don't remember the button. M. K. Don't remember the button. Okay, so we definitely reset it back to the other one. Up. Nope. 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 I don't remember what the button is. I don't remember what the button is to reset this. However, I will say, for now, it's fine. What we're gonna do since I can't seem to figure that out, let's go here and just return all of this. And yeah, I'm a bit over in time, but this is not going to take us too long. I'm just going to go here, go here, go here, go there. Release that. What we need now is this. Release that. Go here. I need pallet fork. Release that. What I also need is a front loader. Front loader here. Ooh, you could change the battery wattage. I never knew you could actually do that. That's kind of cool. Release this. Okay, what to do? Go here, turn this around. Do this as fast as possible. Shouldn't take us too long. Not that I think of. Shouldn't take us too long. This up. Okay, there we go. Now we got that going. What you want to do, go over here. All we're going to do is spawn just a few pallets. And the good part is the pallets aren't even that bad. I'm not looking for that. Big bags. Not big bags. Wool, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 is usually good. Okay, what I'm trying to do, let me zoom out real quick. The space button? Yeah, it probably was a space button. I just didn't even read it. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to... Actually, it's already doing well. The fact that it held those up without tipping over was good. Okay. So, here's what we're gonna, another thing we're gonna have to do, because I'm a goofy idiot. Go here. Is there a clear? Remove. Yep. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to make this easier, we're gonna spawn, sidestep. Go here, spawn, sidestep. Actually, let's go a little bit backwards. We're gonna put these two behind, spawn, sidestep, spawn. Sidestep, good enough. Okay. All we gotta do is line these up together. Something like this. Okay. So the goal is that we are. Well, actually, if I could put 4 on the front, even better. Doubt it, but if I can, no way. This is what I'm talking about. We're able to hold 4 pallets all at the same time. So we're able to hold 4 pallets at the same time. The reason this is not, it's important because if I'm trying to stack pallets onto a truck, which I'm gonna have to do in precision farming, this is gonna be important. So what I'm gonna do is set that down, and that was without the heaviest truck, by the way. That was without the heaviest truck. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna detach this, and what we're gonna do, because I'm sure this is probably gonna happen, I'm gonna load this tiny little sucker up, and we're gonna see. It moves it's pretty nimble, I will say that. Oh, it's electric, that's probably why. Can we attach this? Okay, we can. Can we lift it up? Nope, it starts to tilt forward. That's not what we're trying to do. Okay, so this vehicle is a no-go. Okay, next one, Kubota. Yeet, yeet. Oh wait, I was in the right thing. This one. Okay. This one. And it lift. Now, I agree that a telehandler would be definitely better for loading onto a truck because of just speed. can this one lift it? Oh. Hold up. Gotta get a little bit lower. Go forward, make sure we impel all of them. Oh. The Kubota is actually able to do it. Okay. So the Kubota is able to do it. Okay, so the Kubota is 74,000 versus the Mercedes-Benz that we chose was 55. We decided to put the bell attachment on and we switched it to the weight. Okay, so this is cheaper. This is cheaper, has more horsepower, 110 horsepower versus this 61 horsepower. Also moves faster. 5.1 tons versus, how much does this weigh? 6.5 tons. Okay, so far, this is good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna detach it. If I can get this to work the way I need it to, we're gonna drop pallet. Okay, it did not work the way I needed to, but that's perfectly fine. Oh, we're going to just set this one on top of this. We're starting to get into the, it's probably too heavy for either of them to work territory, but if it works, it works. Okay, so Kubota, can we lift this? Oh, Kubota. Okay, it's off the ground. It is leaning. Okay, so Kubota starts to struggle. Uh-oh, with 6. Okay, I messed those up a little bit. Now, realistically, I don't think I would be driving around with 6 at one time. 4, probably yes. 4, probably. Just because of ease of transportation. But, let's see. Can we? Oh, good night, man. See ya. Sorry, didn't even read that. I'm just trying. Okay, so the last thing, oh, I'm making a mess. Dear peanut brittle. Okay. Last thing we're gonna check is to see. Oh, that was stupid. Ah, frick, man. I'm just messing all of this up, man. Okay, hold up. Let's go here. Drop it. Okay, we're just gonna scoot this in line. Good. Something like this. Okay. Can I pick this up from a little bit further away? Thank you. Good. Something like this. Okay. We'll go. Oh, don't. Good. Okay. So now, it doesn't really matter if this can or can't get it, because again, I don't see myself lifting 6+ pallets at one time, unless we can get a modified pallet fork that has a little bit of a shelf or railing in the back to keep them from falling backwards. If I can find that, then I'll definitely use this, and so it'll be a really modified pallet fork, similar to a forklift. So far, so good. I think we got all of them. Tilt. Okay, so this one definitely can't do it. So the Kubota actually did better than this. I guess technically it could, actually. No, it's still in the same boat as the Kubota, in the sense that it's just too stinking heavy. It is something to think about. It is something to think about. But I will say this is better. As far as just loading pallets onto a truck. I could just stack 4, grab 4, load it, grab 4, load it, grab 4, load it. And that would be good. It would work. I could also go with telehandlers, which cost more than double the price. So I'm not sure 100% if I want them. And then wheel loaders. Bruh. Anywho, I'm rambling now. But we will save that. I guess I didn't need to save it, but we did anyway. But let's go ahead and get up on out of here. So with that, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on other social media, such as TikTok or Twitter, please feel free to do so. What else am I forgetting? Oh, and if you want to join the Discord as well as keep track of the calendar for, when I'm streaming, the link's down in the description below. But outside of that, I will say peace and good night.